Greetings, and welcome to That Works, a DreamWorks podcast starring a happily employed photographer barely getting by with DoorDash. I couldn't see my script. A disgruntled ex-journalist now writing Scott Pilgrim fan fiction. Shut up. And a spineless, asthmatic 27-year-old curmudgeon sweeping movie theaters for a living. Hey, if I have the script in front of me, then I'll remember it. If I can see it, then I'll remember it without actually looking at it. But the second I can't see it or I don't have it, I can't remember it.
So you don't have it.
So you don't remember it.
Shut up!
I think that's what that means.
Today!
You've been doing this for 35 episodes. Come on, man. Get it together.
Today, for the 36th installment of our series, we are watching the final film in a trilogy. How to Train Your Dragon, The Hidden World. Again, it is the third movie, the conclusion to the entire franchise so far, as all the shows and shorts and everything is now ending with this movie. Even though there is one short that comes after it, that came out after it, the short technically takes place before the third movie ends.
Hasn't there actually been rumors about a new series starting?
I don't know.
Okay. I thought I saw something.
The point being, when this came out in 2019, which was 10 years ago, they were saying how this was the end of the franchise.
Wait,
and it made everyone sad. Yeah.
It feels like it was 10 years ago.
The point being, anything can change. If it makes money, it's going to come back.
Yeah.
And from what I hear, the show, I think there's a kid show for like younger viewers that I don't know about, but the actual like main show that they had that ran for a couple years.
How many shows are there?
Two or three.
Two or three?
Yeah.
The point being, I heard one of them is really good, and I'd like to watch everything in chronological order one day.
I think a Dragonathon. I think that could work.
Dragonathon.
Yeah.
A Dragathon?
Dragonathon.
That might be something different.
Dragon.
That might be something different now.
Yeah, rushing, not dragging.
The Hidden World came out in February of 2019. I think it's the longest DreamWorks movie. I know I said that for the second one, but then I flipped forward, I believe, and it's 104 minutes. I think that's their longest.
144, not 4.
It's 104 minutes, which is 1 hour and 44 minutes. Dickey math.
I'm sorry.
144 minutes. Yes, it's over 2.5 hours long.
Oh yeah, this is an epic.
I mean,
44.
Listen, I saw 144, so I went 144.
Yeah. Just like the other two, it made a good amount of money. It's no Madagascar movie, but
it's no Boss Baby.
We were working together when this came out, and it was one of those that was never crazy because it came out at the beginning of the year. First quarter is usually slower, but it still brought people in.
Yeah, I think releasing in February really didn't do it. I feel like this is a summer movie. They really should have put this out in
which I believe. No, they didn't have a summer movie. Abominable was September that year.
Yeah.
And they didn't have a 2018 movie. I wonder if this was supposed to be summer 2018 and they postponed it.
That's what I wonder.
Yeah,
maybe just to give it more time, like making whatever, but like, because this is come on, let's be real. I mean, while the themes are love, and so I could see it going around Valentine's Day, it's a summer movie.
Yeah, I was just going to say, we probably could have looked into this. But
I mean, the song that was on the trailer would certainly make you think it's a summer movie.
That's what I'm saying.
What was the song?
It was the Ed Sheeran thing.
Yeah,
that's right.
The castle over the castle on the hill.
Yeah.
Do 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 do.
Listening to Tiny Dancer. No, you guys.
What was the rule again, Jared?
Dickey does not sing.
Not even Ed Sheeran. Okay.
Especially
Ed Sheeran. Ed Sheeran is one of my least favorite parts of a movie that I don't like. And a lot of people like it.
You said the name.
Not that one. I hate that one. We know that. No. Yesterday. It's just a bad movie.
I never saw it. I
thought the concept was interesting.
It's a very interesting concept.
It's an interesting concept, and when
it's kind of a world I want to live in.
Here we go again.
I don't. Okay, no, we're not getting into that.
All I'll say is, when you hear the story of the screenwriter's original pitch, and then what we got, you're like, wow, I kind of like what it was supposed to be, not what the studio changed it to. That's a whole separate conversation.
I'm curious now, but we're not talking about.
So, How to Train Your Dragon 3.
Rated
PG.
I'm gonna go.
You haven't done that for a few episodes.
Shut up.
Want to give us your old synopsis there, bud?
Yeah, so without further ado, again,
Wait,
I
just want to point out that we're under 10 minutes and just getting to the
synopsis. We didn't take, I think the other one was, 45 minutes?
We beat our record by 45 minutes.
Yeah.
Without further ado, How to Train Your Dragon: The Hidden World.
Hold on a second, I want to add one more thing. I'm just kidding. Go ahead.
Blah, 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 something about the Lorax. Go.
I love my friends.
We know, buddy. We know.
I know.
Oh, how I'd like to take them in my arms. A year has passed since Stoic's death and Drago's defeat, and Hiccup is the new chief, with more dragons than Burke can handle, and Gobber insisting that he and Astrid tie the knot. That means get married.
Thanks.
Hiccup has a lot on his plate, but a new foe emerges as the deadliest one yet. Grimmo, a dragon hunter that has killed all the Night Furies, save Toothless. With Grimmo threatening Hiccup in his own home, Hiccup decides to relocate all of Burke to the Hidden World, a place that Stoic always spoke of, where dragons live free from the world of man. But as Grimmo approaches, Hiccup must learn to not depend solely on Toothless and find the courage within himself to be the leader he needs to be. Jake's going to start this one. Just because I saw a little twinkle in his eye, because I know he loves this trilogy. I do too. We all do.
I
just
love this trilogy.
I'm going to have you start.
I love this movie. I can't understate that at all. I know it's not your favorite, but I watched it just recently again for this challenge, and I really feel of the three of them, this might be my favorite, just because I watched it again, and it meant something very different to me than what it did when I watched it in the theater.
I remember that day.
I think these are three movies that grow with your experiences in that you can look at them and see very different things, see very different meanings come out of them versus something like I'm always, I watch Boss Baby or I watch Madagascar. It's always going to be the same thing to me.
Would you tell me this is better than Boss Baby?
What?
Would you say this is better than Boss Baby?
I mean, yes, there are a lot of things that are better than Boss Baby.
Okay, good.
Objectively and subjectively.
That objectively does not make Boss Baby a bad movie.
Okay, I just wanted to
You're baiting him, and he wants to take the bait so bad.
I'm not gonna get into that
it's
again.
Like that. It's like the trout in those little like fishing pools that you see at the fishing shows with the corn, and you're like,
oh, we almost had it. Gotta be quicker than that.
I'm not. I'll get into it, and I'm not going to get into it.
What you don't want to say? You don't want to say the "I got you $1."
I got you $1.
Dickey still has the COVID
rage. I do not. But I'm glad that you like this more than Boss Baby because Boss Baby is horrible. Anyway, yeah, no.
Are you taking over now? Are you done?
Are you
Jake?
done? I mean, you can keep going. I mean, I have more to say.
The only thing I wish that again, this is no fault of the movie. This is a fault of my expectations. I kind of wanted more adult Hiccup.
Oh, at the very end.
Yes.
Spoilers, by the way, for a 3-year-old, almost 3-year-old movie. Mm-hmm. Oh, my gosh.
So we're getting into the territory where spoilers might actually be warranted.
Yeah. Well, remember, 2019 was 10 years ago, actually, so we're okay.
At this point, anybody who had wanted to see the movie had seen the movie. Yeah, just saying.
Did you watch this with your wife? You did?
No.
Didn't you?
She didn't want to come.
That's right. You watched it at home with her, though. She has seen this.
Yes.
Okay.
She didn't want to come to the theater, so I went by myself. Then we watched it at home, and she got upset with me for not taking her to the theater to see it.
Nice.
So you've seen this probably like 4 times?
Something like that. Yeah.
I've only seen this once.
I didn't know it's not actually called How to Train Your Dragon 3.
Nope. There's no number in the title.
I was saying there's no numbers in any of them.
Yeah, well, I was going to make a joke about 2, but that's not spelled the same, of course. I was going to make some dumb joke, but I'm not going to.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
Yeah. Some dumb joke is pretty much your motif, though.
It's better than having dumb opinions.
I can see where you're pointing.
Where? That's all I had to say. I didn't know how to come back from that. So this was your first time.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, it was... I liked it. I did. I don't think it was as good as the first or second ones to me. I think those just aged better. But I also haven't rewatched... Like, the first time I saw this was when we first watched it for the this thing, which was back in last March, last April.
Wait, you didn't see this in theaters?
No,
he missed it.
Oddly enough, when I was working, and I didn't even see it. I just never got around to it, which is bizarre because I was looking forward to it. But then I didn't hear the greatest stuff coming out of it. I just heard it was okay.
It's weird.
Poor Dickey. He gets stuck watching stuff like Bohemian Rhapsody and misses stuff like this.
But
he likes Turbo.
Doesn't like Boss Baby.
Oh my God! Listen, I did like this. Like I said, I wouldn't rate it as high as the first two, but I thought that.
I mean, to me, this is better than Shrek 2.
There's so many things wrong with that opinion. Shrek.
I'm sorry. Are you saying my opinion is subjective?
Your opinion is wrong. Your opinion is wrong, old man. Shrek 2 is superior than
I'm
the
sorry.
Hidden
Are you
World.
subjective?
We're going down this. We've had this discussion since June. It's been nonstop on Shrek 2. I picked on him too. I'm not saying I'm above any of this, but these two and their Shrek.
Jared, do you think Shrek 2 is better than this?
Yeah.
It's okay.
Hey! Someone agrees with me. Finally.
Yeah. Shrek 2.
Once in 36 episodes.
I think Shrek 2. How to say this? I feel like Shrek 2 is more consistent than this.
Yeah.
And this is still consistent.
It is.
All three movies are good for this.
Yes.
I feel Shrek 2 is a better movie than this, but they're close in like my own personal rankings. They're close.
Okay.
We'll see where they land in our big epic
I'm excited
finale,
to see where everything is going to land at the end because I mean, I do consider How to Train Your Dragon 3 better than a good
upper tier
chunk.
still. It's still
100% upper. I mean, this whole trilogy is upper tier. Mm-hmm. Like you can't.
It's their best trilogy. I think I connect more to Kung Fu Panda's trilogy
because of the fat jokes.
Oh, why did you have to? I was just gonna say, I feel like the emotion
today.
The emotions for Kung Fu Panda 2 kind of outweigh the emotions in these, and I get emotional during How to Train Your Dragon. I bet you if I rewatch both trilogies, it's a lot closer. But because this movie, out of three How to Train Your Dragons was getting to me, especially at the end. When, again, spoilers, when it's Rona pickup and he and Astrid and their two kids, and they reunite, and I'm sitting there in the theater. I didn't cry. I didn't get teary-eyed, but man, I'm feeling it. I'm going,
oh, you didn't cry at the end?
No. You know my list.
Oh, man.
I didn't. To be fair,
I have
a
list. We've gone over the list.
Do you think I remember the list?
Yes.
No.
I don't even know the list either.
No.
But
for those who don't know, which most of our listening base are people who have heard this list, so
apparently two of your co-hosts have heard this list and don't even know.
I keep track of every movie that's ever made me cry. I've seen a lot of movies, and out of all of them, 14 have made me cry. We're not going through this, but this is not on there.
So
oddly enough, this didn't make me cry either.
I mean,
and I cry at a lot of things, but
yeah, you're a baby.
The ending made me cry.
Well, you're also a big baby.
I cried.
There's nothing wrong.
I cried at Wreck-It Ralph.
But that's sad too.
Oh, I feel like I cried at Wreck-It Ralph, but not at this.
I mean, how can you not tear up when Hiccup goes back? And
it was very sentimental.
At first, Hiccup doesn't recognize him, and he growls at him. And
no, Toothless doesn't recognize Hiccup.
Oh, did I say Hiccup?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I meant Toothless. My brain.
Yeah, and then when he realizes who it is, and you just get all gooey on the inside, don't you?
But then they ruin it with that monologue.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah,
but then you have that amazing theme music. The
music
in these movies is so good.
How is that music? How is the music allowed to be this good? Like, there are very few soundtracks that I would consider some of the greatest of all. Like, this is up there with any of those classic John Williams or Hans Zimmer ones. I legitimately think this soundtrack is that good.
It's one of those things that it does add to the movie, but it also I can recognize it because there's a lot of movie scores that don't sound like anything special. This you hear it, you know exactly what it is. You feel like you're flying. Is that the best way to say it? You hear the main theme, main riff melody, whatever you call it. Riff melody, great.
And it's just
it's like I feel like I'm flying right now.
Oh my god, it's so good.
Yeah, the ending is the best part of the movie,
And
by far, and the rest of the movie's good. Just that
There's not as good. Wait, I just said that.
I was gonna say, wait, what?
you're starting to sound like him.
My brain.
Within the episode, you're flipping on your own opinion.
Sorry, I didn't mean that. I meant the villain isn't as good.
That's what I agree. To me, the best villain in the whole series is probably
Two.
Yeah,
Drago.
He's one with the most gravitas and the most threat. This guy was just. It's
I
like
don't
they
know.
did
I might
with
have to disagree with that a little bit.
Really?
I feel like this one, the difference between Drago is very intimidating.
Mm-hmm.
And the first time I watched this, I thought Grimmel was a bit underwhelming, but still a decent villain. Then when I rewatched it, and hearing other people's thoughts in it, where they say there's a confidence about Grimmel that is kind of unsettling. Like that scene where he shows up in Hiccup's house, he just waltzes in. It's like he knows he's gonna win.
I do.
There's something about that second time through. Like I still prefer Drago, but Grimmel that second time around, I was like, no, this guy's getting under my skin.
That's interesting because I mean, and granted, because I have only seen it the one time, so it's not the easiest for me. But Grimmel's kind of forgettable.
Yeah,
Like,
I thought he was too funny more than like I never got.
He just didn't leave like he didn't leave an impact on me. Like I didn't like walk away from this being just like, holy crap, he like scared the crap out of me. Like he was like a really good I agree.
I didn't see him as a reason to leave.
Gotcha. I was gonna say the Drago scream that we brought up. That's still in my nightmares. So that's one where I was like, yeah, Drago's still scarier to me. But I think Grimmel is better. I mean, you watched it more than me, but for you might like it on a rewatch.
That's fair.
You might like him better. Might be more. Drago is the best of the trilogy, but I still think Grimmel is better than we remember.
He'd still be able to hold his own in that. That's fair. Yeah. I mean, I just think like I said, I like this, but a lot of the parts they didn't stick with me as much. Like the end, obviously him coming back, like that makes me want to watch more. Like I am curious if they are gonna. I know this is the end, but if they did more stuff, I would be curious as to how they would take that.
Well, the other thing is, if you watch the shows and all the shorts, like in order, and if you had actually like watched them as they aired and came out, there's probably way more weight on that ending.
That is true,
because you spend way more time with them
that
and
is
watching the development, because it's all canon and a lot of the voices are the same too. Like just. They tie everything together. It's one big story. Like the movies are the big things, and the show is the in-between years, which that's a perfect way to do it.
Yeah, I am curious to watch the show now. How many episodes are it? Do you guys know by any chance?
No idea.
I don't even know where to watch anymore. It used to be on Netflix.
Yeah, I think it's.
I don't think it still is. Is
it?
It's
not on Netflix
no idea.
anymore? Oh, I have no idea.
Yeah, I would consider it, but I have to finish watching Digimon out of spite.
I still don't know how that's spite. It makes me very happy that you're watching Digimon.
I was going to say, how about don't question the reason why, just be happy that I'm enjoying. I legitimately was doing something while watching the end of the first arc, and I had to stop what I was doing because I legitimately turned to the screen. I'm like, no, I want to see this. I actually want to be watching this every second.
The File Island.
The File Island fight with Devamon.
Yeah.
I was like, no, I actually want to watch this. This isn't something I can put on in the background. I'm going to actually watch this. I like this.
It's because he relates to Joe, everybody.
He's funny.
I have never seen, or I've seen like a or two episodes, but I have like.
It's fun. It brings me back to my childhood. It started airing in the U.S. at least when I was like 5 or 6.
Oh, I remember when it came out. It was right in the Pokemon high.
Yeah.
And then
I can't
Don't
say
you compare those two.
Oh no, Pokemon's far superior.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes, it is.
Oh no.
Yes, it is.
Are you okay, wait a minute.
Trying to tell me you think Digimon is better than Pokemon?
Wait. Here's the test.
As a cultural thing, no. As an anime, Digimon.
Have you seen all of it, right?
All of it.
You've seen all of it. You've seen all the show. Have you seen all the Pokemon?
Okay, I haven't seen all of the show, but I've seen...
So it's hard to compare when you haven't seen all of either one.
To be fair, seeing all of Pokemon as it is still airing today,
there is a lot of
incredibly
Pokemon
difficult,
episodes.
and I want to meet someone that has taken the time to watch every single Pokemon
That's why
episode.
it's hard to compare. Because they're two...
You realize
massive things.
Digimon is totally ripping on Pokemon, right? It
No,
came out after.
it's not.
Here we go. What have I
feel
done?
like it is.
Okay, you haven't watched any of
No.
the show.
How you've seen one, maybe 2 episodes.
It is a completely different premise in its entirety, is it not?
Yeah, it's feeling pretty different. Yes, it's a journey thing, but that's like what a lot of kids related material.
So
like,
I'm
'cause
just
it's easy
saying,
to write.
as a cultural thing and as like a video game thing, Pokemon is
Reign supreme.
a behemoth. Like Pokemon, the Pokemon company, I would say rivals Disney at this point.
Oh, they were rival Disney, but they're still massive.
Are you sure?
Yes. I do not think they rival Disney. Nothing rivals Disney.
Find someone who doesn't like Pokemon in some capacity or have a favorite Pokemon or cannot name a Pokemon.
Oh, I know. No, I'm not disagreeing with that. I just think when you can't relate that to Disney is on a whole new level. Like Pokemon.
Just because they do different things doesn't mean you can't compare them.
It kind of does. The Pokemon is just Pokemon. Disney is like Marvel, Star Wars, all the
I think
animated
he's just
stuff.
feeding into what you just said.
How?
Because he said they do different things.
Yeah.
And then you literally just named all the different
Because
things they do.
I agree they do different things.
No, he's trying to say they do different things, but the size of both is comparable. That's what he's saying. He's not saying how far is the reach. He's saying how big is the
I was going to
I
say,
still would
like, if
consider
you look
it.
at some of the crossovers that Pokemon did and is still doing, like, people be walking around with Growlithe and Pikachus on their shoes. Converse
I
made
know.
Pokemon specific.
Pokemon Stadium for
Levi's made
N64.
Pokemon
do the
specific.
same thing
They
with
made
Marvel.
a Crystal Pikachu
People
last
do
year.
the same thing with Marvel and with Disney animated
Yeah,
princesses.
and guess what? That's the same thing, right? So
Yes.
they're on the same level.
I still think Disney is at a higher level than Pokemon.
I don't have an opinion either way. I just like to stir the pot.
Anyway, how did you
How to
Regardless.
train your
Regardless.
dragon.
No, I'm not done.
Oh, he's not done.
Digimon is
you
a
pushed the
different
button.
thing. It is a
Okay.
different thing entirely.
Okay, fine. I'll give you that just
Just in
because
premise, it is an entirely different thing.
It's probably my own personal vendetta against Digimon, just because I think it's.
How can you say that if you haven't watched
Vendetta.
it?
I've watched 14 episodes and I'm mad at that statement. Vendetta. You watched maybe 2 episodes.
I thought it
Stupid.
because it felt like a Pokemon ripoff to me.
How?
Listen, this has been like 15 years ago is when I watched it.
You have a vendetta for 15 years. You don't even remember why? That sounds like something I'd do.
That being said, Pokemon over the years has been more consistently good and more people have consistently liked it. I would say, but I would say that Digimon is they're just different things.
Okay.
Are we done with this?
Yes.
Tangent? The tangent is over.
I'm done. It just
You
the
should put-
statement, the assertion upset me. Okay, it just upset me. I can't help it. We're gonna have a Digimon bite-sized.
Oh my
and he's gonna have to watch.
Oh my god.
So if we're talking about, as you said, how parts of Digimon aren't as consistent, well, let's talk about an inconsistent part of the Hidden World, which to
what
me
a segue. Nicely
is,
done.
Why they run?
There are 2 characters from the second movie that are great in the second movie, and they do little to nothing with them in this
I
movie.
think I already know who you're gonna mention.
Hiccup's mom, Valka, and Aerith, they are great characters in that second movie with big stars voicing them. And they barely do anything in this movie.
When you said it, the first thing I thought was Aerith. Because
like Aerith, I forgot he was in the movie because in the middle of it, they bring him up and you see him. I go, oh yeah, the one guy. That's right. And then like Valka, the only reason there are 2 reasons why 3 reasons why Valka's in this movie. 1, she has to go back and check on Burke. 2, she has to be for some reason the affections of Snotlout. I don't know why. That was the most awkward, stupid part of this movie. That could have been cut completely, and it would have been a much better movie. That was just not very well done, and it's kind of. It's like, why is this here?
No, that seemed very just out of place and just unnecessary.
And the third reason is for Valka to tell Astrid to tell Hiccup to get his stuff together and go save Toothless. See, I'm doing it now. So
What are you doing?
You're just.
I was just trying to scoot in, and I was trying to not jam.
What are you doing to our
I was trying not to jam my chair into the table. I was trying to just slowly scoot in, and you noticed.
He's
I was
pulling the table. Jake,
I wasn't pulling
our audio
anything. I
listeners,
was
Jake is
just
pulling the table away from him.
I'm just trying to scoot unnoticeably, but then you noticed.
Unnoticeably, you're doing that.
I was trying to be
It looks like
sneaky
a
about
mating
it.
ritual.
I'm doing my toothless dance.
How to Train Your Dragon.
There you go.
Rated PG.
Even though
So-
Toothless is doing his.
Shut up.
Okay.
We've now seen Dickey do a mating dance several times today.
You're welcome.
Ugh.
So yes, I mentioned the two characters that are kind of wasted, and the weird, like, that's not even like a B plot. That's like an F plot.
Yeah, it's a Z plot.
It's like there's no point for it to be in here,
no.
and it solves the problem from the second movie with giving the supporting characters more to do. Because that second movie, like, you know, his old dragon schoolmates, they don't have anything to do except tell the villain what to do. Like, well, you wouldn't go to Burke. He's like, Burke, that's perfect. And I go, oh, great. In this one, they actually play with that, and it's pretty funny because it makes sense that, which one is it? Roughnut, when she's captured, right? It makes sense that she would annoy Grimmel so much, but then when he realizes, hey, she's so stupid, I can literally just follow her back. I go, that's actually pretty clever. I like that, but the other ones don't have a ton to do.
Yeah, I mean, I get it. It's kind of hard to just tie in that many characters together. But
Is this the one where they... Roughnut's the girl, right?
Yes.
Mhm.
Tough Nut is the other one.
Yeah, and it's not...
It's not... What's his name?
Yeah. I can't think of his name, but we'll keep moving on. Yeah, they recast him because that was right. That was right after all that.
That was That's what. Okay, yeah.
Which I'm okay with that. I'm okay with him getting recast.
Yeah, because
That means no one has to deal with him. Anyway,
I forgot he was in this.
I don't even remember his name.
TJ.
Yeah.
Yep. Oh, TJ. Anyway.
but yeah, I liked that. But they still don't have a ton to do, and they're still they can get pretty annoying. But that part of the story, like how Grimmel finds them, it's like, yeah, that makes perfect sense.
That seemed very
perfectly
organic.
in character.
Yeah. Do you want to know? This is a completely different thing, but I just thought about this when I was like on my way here. You want to know what this franchise kind of feels like to me? The Harry Potter franchise. I feel like this kind of like grew up with, because like the theme of like.
You're saying for you grew up with it.
I grew up
because Harry Potter, for like Jake, you grew up with that in a different way than we did.
I still grew up
I
with
think
Harry.
I would be the target demographic of the people that started with Harry Potter.
I still grew
When was the first
I grew
book?
up with Harry.
99
2001
book.
Oh, the book. Sorry.
So you would have
The
been.
books
you
grew
would have been
with my
12.
generation. The movies kind of grew with your generation, which is why they
Mhm.
suck a little bit more.
I was just gonna say, just like
It took him a second. And to be clear, everyone, Jake likes Harry Potter, and he
I
just
love
watched
Harry Potter.
and he just watched through the movies earlier last year.
But I probably am not going to watch the reunion special.
it's great. It is.
Of course, he.
I really
watched
did
it.
enjoy it.
But
But
it's
I-
a normie.
He can't finish Chernobyl.
Oh,
He
my
can't watch Boss Baby 2,
God.
but he'll sit down and watch the Harry Potter thing right
because
away.
it was magical,
So is Boss Baby 2.
and so was
So is
and
Chernobyl.
How to Train Your
Wow.
Dragon. And that,
Might be
oh,
different.
yeah, oh, I would not say Chernobyl's magical.
Pretty magical. In a weird way.
It's impactful.
That's a better word.
That's a better word to use.
And you still didn't finish it?
No. At this point, I'm just not going to finish it just to spite you.
See, that's the proper way to spite someone.
You shut up.
Anyway, I just wanted to say that I feel like this franchise just holds magic, and like it kind of ages the same way Harry Potter does to me.
Well, I mean, this one did age with you. You've said that before as a reason why you like it.
Yeah, because they were about the same age. They were a little younger. The first movie for me. They were a little younger than me, but because of the time jump to the second movie, we were the same age. Now, this is a year after the first movie, and it was a 5-year gap, so now I'm much older. But then when you time jump to adult Hiccup, that hits hard.
That's when it, yeah.
And I'm not married and don't have kids, so it doesn't hit in that way, but more of like a, this character has grown up with me. And it's hitting that part of my heart that somehow still works, and it's crying.
To put it a way that one of my friends from college did, these movies melt the ice off your heart.
They really do.
Do I know this friend?
No.
Oh. Are you sure?
He's a nuclear engineer now.
Oh, he's a nerd. Good. We need more of them.
So I'm just curious. Back on How to Train Your Dragon. I would go 2-1-3 in my rankings.
2-1-3.
What do you? How do you guys feel about like?
You're already
ranking?
jumping to the rankings?
I mean, that's just where my brain was going.
I was just gonna say I had more to talk about, but apparently Dickey wants to get out of here.
How about those clouds?
No, we can still talk about.
How about those animated clouds?
How about just everything?
I know. Oh,
The design of the dragons. Yeah.
The animation is beautiful.
How about Tough Nut's beard when it's his hair when it gets cut? Okay, he was annoying me that whole movie. When that thing gets cut and he loses it at the end, I laughed really hard.
That was really funny.
I was gonna say this was gonna come up because we've talked about it and we've butted heads on this. I didn't really like how easy and fast the ending felt. Not the very end, the climax, because I remember the whole point of the movie is how to not have to lean on the dragons, because they were leaning very heavily on them. It was, we need them more than they need us, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's why they choose to let them go. Mm-hmm. That is good. Something about it was like the dragons all get captured, and it's like, well, we need to go save them because we need them to win. And I remember thinking, like, I feel like there's a better way to do this.
Yeah, but what are you going to do? Let them kill the dragons?
No, you let the dragons go, but it's like we can't win without them. So it's still kind of leaning on them. I'm saying, like, it's not bad.
I mean,
part of me feels like there's a better way to tell the same thing. I don't know.
I mean,
might be.
You get what I'm trying to say? Like,
I get what you're trying to say.
It's like, we have to go save them. Like, yes, we do. But we can't win without them. It's
I can't remember what my opposing argument to that was, though.
That's the thing is, like,
it was a while ago.
I see that point. I totally do. But, like,
it's like not relying on them, but we have to rely on them to defeat the villain. And I'm
trying to, write it myself, and I'm not a good writer, so I'm like, I got nothing. I don't know how to fix that problem, because it's kind of like they wrote
it's not me pointing at the writers of the movie saying you did it wrong. It's me going, you have something good. I'm just wondering, is there a better way to convey it? Because from my perspective, it's I don't know how to fix this.
Right?
I'm not faulting you. I just want to know.
Maybe that's the point of whatever you're trying to rewrite.
It's not gonna be good.
No,
what?
That they don't know how to fix it.
That they don't know.
It's
so
just it's
a situation they don't know how to get out of.
They kind of just throw themselves into a corner and trying to.
Again, it's not bad. It's just I felt like there could have been more.
Yeah,
maybe a little more nuance. Just something to make it felt pretty surface level.
Nuance is hard to do in a children's movie, though.
But I mean, they did it pretty well in the first two movies.
I was about to say they pulled it off in the first two.
They have
this.
What is it? 3 hours worth of movie before this to compare it to.
Maybe our theory about what happened with Kung Fu Panda happened with How to Train Your Dragon 3,
where they toned it down.
Wow, that's actually a really good point.
That
I
is
didn't
a
even
good
think
point.
about that.
But this one also doesn't feel as childish as Kung Fu Panda 3 does.
No, this still feels like it has a lot of adult themes and just like the characters actually dealing. Well, not that Poe wasn't dealing with a lot of personal issues, but this, I don't know. Yeah. This one still felt more adult to me.
I mean,
I was going to say,
growing up is a lot easier to deal with for a children's movie than what was it, genocide?
Yeah. It's a little bit.
Although this is a little bit genocide, too.
Yeah.
No, it does. Yeah.
I was going to say, when you bring up like the serious stuff, those flashbacks with Stoic kill me. The one where Hiccup comes down the stairs and Stoic is crying because it was right after his mom. He thought his mom was dead. Stoic thought his wife was gone. Hiccup's mom was gone, is what I mean to say. I was feeling, that was the other part of the movie. I was like,
even after he died, Stoic still always kills it. Like
it makes me miss him.
I know.
So much.
It really,
Is the joke about Hiccup's helmet being a part of his mother's breastplate, is that in the first movie?
That's the first movie, and then it gets a little bit retconned. Because she's not a massive woman.
Yeah.
She's a normal sized woman.
Yeah.
So it's a bit of a retcon, still funny joke.
I forgot about that. Yeah, that was.
Do I have anything else to say? I wrote this all down. No, I think I hit everything I needed to say.
Yeah, I liked it.
Yeah.
I think
and
it was...
keeping in line with Kung Fu Panda, the ending is very good. It wraps up the trilogy very nicely. It
makes me think that this was always designed to be a trilogy.
Oh yeah.
And they just kind of filled in, like, they saw an empty spot, like, hey, we can do a TV show there. Hey, we can toss it in there, but we still have our general idea from just 1 to 2 to 3, and then that's it.
Yeah,
we're done after that.
It's funny how their first third movie was bad, Shrek the Third. But then after that, like, even Madagascar 3 is a good ending.
No, I know. Yeah,
it's
interesting you point that out.
I still think it's not the best Madagascar movie, and it's got plenty of its problems. But them going back, I know we're talking about Madagascar 3 now, but them going back to the zoo and having that predictable yet effective realization of we weren't really living.
Yeah.
That's really good.
Yeah.
And then you have Kung Fu Panda 3.
Yeah.
And then you have this. It's like, so far, everything
they're
post-Shrek
starting to figure out.
Yeah, they know how to end these trilogies. Shrek is not a trilogy. I'm just saying, like, that third Shrek movie is
God
rough.
they didn't end it on 3, because that would have been absolutely brutal.
Yeah, but we're getting a third Trolls movie.
Maybe they'll end it well.
Yay.
We'll see what happens. The second Trolls movie is not. It's not next. It's coming up.
Do you think the glitter baby troll is going to have a glitter baby troll?
Sparkly baby.
Wow, you still have the face.
Oh dear God!
I thought it was going to be gone by the time I looked at it.
I hope you zoom in on that.
Wow, I cannot believe Trolls is about to have a third movie too. That is...
Anyway, on happier news. So you said 213 is your ranking.
Yes, I go 213.
Reasoning, just brief reasoning for your ranking.
So to me, and this is just going based off of the first feelings I had when I first watched the movies.
Okay, so it's a reaction.
Yes.
Because you've seen the first two multiple times, but you've only seen this one once. So probably if you rewatch this, you might reconsider.
I might reconsider, but I still think, for me, the second one had the most emotional depth to it. So that's why it's ranked the highest. And now that I'm actually thinking about this, I feel like if I gave it a rewatch and thoroughly thought it through, I might actually rank 3 ahead of 1. But just because 1 was the one that started everything off, it still holds that place just because it was the first one. Like, you have to give it credit for something. So that's where I slide 1, and that's number 2, and then third one, obviously.
Jake, same. What are your rankings, and a brief reason why you rank them that way?
3, 2, 1.
3, 2, 1. So backwards. So you think each one gets better?
Oh, yes. I also think that because of the way that they age with me and the feelings that they evoke within me, it just each one means something different to me as a 35-year-old man than they did. You know, what did the first one come out? 2009?
2010.
Okay, so I was 25 then. I'm a different person now than I was then. So it stands to reason that I would interpret a movie different.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I remember you being nicer then.
I know. It was before I met you.
That's pretty good.
So that's why you were nicer.
I was a little bit more like Dickey then.
You know what's funny? Dickey's voice in 2010 sounded exactly the same. Dickey's voice in 2000 sounded exactly the same.
And Dickey's voice in 2050.
Listen, it got a little lower. It got a little lower.
Okay.
Fine, lower.
About half an octave.
I think what he means to say is now.
Look at me.
People
can sound like this. No, I sound like this. I sound like this. This is how I naturally sound.
We'll just say this. Now people can hear him, not just dogs. Okay, my rankings.
Yeah, give us yours now.
I go right in order. 1, 2, 3. I think that first one is the most consistent. It still has just everything is so put together so well, so tightly on. Everyone has a purpose. I just think it flows so well. It's the best pace. The second one has characters that have nothing to do, especially like I mentioned in that episode. Astrid doesn't have much to do in that second movie, and the other two she does. But the second movie still has the biggest and most emotional moments, and the epic double climax thing that we talked about with the two big set pieces.
Mm-hmm.
And then this third one, most of the way through is a little inconsistent with, again, some wasted characters, some annoying characters and stuff, but has the great ending that I wouldn't say save it because it's still good, but the ending is what gets to me.
The ending pulls it.
Yeah, but I think it does go in order, and I don't think the quality dips much from 1 to 1.
That's
from
fair.
You know what I mean, 1 to 2 to 3.
Yeah,
that's what I mean.
That's so it's wild. We all had completely different rankings.
That's good.
That's awesome.
That's awesome. We all have a different favorite, and we all have a different second and third place. I think because you said 2 and 3.
We both have 3 as our last place.
Oh, we do. Okay, so that's the only.
That's
similarity.
the only similarity.
We all
though.
have a different favorite.
I know. That's awesome. I love that.
That's good.
I will say that first one is markedly better by I'm not going to say they took a dip in quality, but I definitely think they took a dip in it's not I don't know.
What are you trying to say?
I'm saying that the second 2 movies are kind of hurt by having a villain, whereas the first one is all contained within itself and doesn't necessarily have a villain.
Is that a bad thing, though?
Because Stoic is kind of the villain, but he's also not. And then you could make the case the big dragon thing is the villain, but it's not like it's a talking being.
I think that it's much more interesting to see that kind of inner dynamic, like in Kanto. Kanto's biggest strength is that there is no real villain.
And don't say too much about spoilers.
It's not that fresh anymore.
It's on Disney Plus. It didn't even go to the premiere Disney. I don't even know if they're doing that anymore.
Well, it went into theaters.
They'll probably do it for Turning Red.
They did. They yanked it.
Well, no, they'll probably do the premiere thing for Turning Red.
The point
the point being, I wouldn't worry too much about
movies that work without villains in that way and are that effective. That's hard.
It's very hard to do, but I don't know. Now I'm trying to wrestle in my mind if I think that doing that is better than just having a villain.
I think both have their strengths.
That might be one of those subjective things.
Hey, you're coming around to my...
No, I'm not.
He is not coming around on that.
I had to try.
If anything, he's defining it better than you.
I am not drinking that Kool-Aid, bro.
Oh my God, I had to try.
Well, that's fun. I think we've said everything. Where we've wrapped up the How to Train Your Dragon trilogy now.
Wow. Yeah.
Episode 36. We're now in. Just think that first one was like episode 15 or something like that.
No, it's crazy how long these movies.
Yeah,
because it's almost 10 years.
10 years. Oh man,
that's crazy.
And in that time, they made like 18 movies.
I know.
They double up on most years. I know we said they didn't have one in 18. But still, and they've tripled. They've done 3 in a year a couple times. It's crazy how they can churn those out. Of course, then you get Home and Turbo, and
you understand how they churn those out.
Yeah, there's clearly a B team. So,
I mean,
I know what you were gonna say about the B movie pun. Yeah, I get it. But that
I don't know. I feel like they had their A team on the B movie.
See, I knew he was going to try to be funny, and was that funnier than what you said?
No.
Oh, no. See, that's subjective.
Okay.
I will give that humor is subjective.
Yes.
Except Mitchell's versus Machines, because that's not going to age well.
Oh, that's going to age like fine.
No, it's not.
Oh no!
No, you know what it means when wine is corked?
Yeah.
Basically, that's Mitchell's versus Machines humor. It was corked before they even opened the bottle.
It's going to age like a fine Cabernet.
They have a Furby. Jake, when's the last time you heard of anything Furby related?
Are you going to tell me in 30 years when somebody mentions a Furby, you're like, holy crap, Furbies! I forgot.
I think it's going to be more.
I don't even know how you remember them because I'm pretty sure they were a thing before you were born.
They were haunting, but I still remember.
I'm pretty sure they were a thing before you were born. I still remember the little octagonal. Crap!
I'm sure it was a thing before I was born.
Wasn't it called an egg?
No.
I thought they came in eggs.
That might be different.
I don't think
now.
they came in eggs. Did they?
I don't know. We weren't born yet, remember?
Yeah. I feel like I remember from inside.
I kind of want to look that up now.
I feel like I remember from inside the womb. I can still see those eyes laughing. It's pretty haunting.
Next!
Kind of like Ewoks blinking.
Different topic. We're not getting into that.
Except Furbies have eyelashes. Do Ewoks have eyelashes?
I don't want to talk about it.
Holy crap, do Ewoks have eyelashes?
Not originally.
Next up, we are doing for our 37th episode the other 2019 release, which is Abominable.
Woo.
Yeah. Or whatever he does.
Yeah, that's
I can't do it. Okay, you are upper register, and I am very mid register. We are probably not good at doing a deep bass foghorn sound.
No. Hey, Jake.
How's it go again?
It's kind of like the NBC thing.
Kind of.
If you go a little higher, it kind of sounds like the Halo theme. Oh.
Now you just sound like a Halo game.
Okay, that sounded like the Token singing "The Lion Sleeps Tonight."
Oh, we my wap, oh, we my wap, oh, we
boy.
Off the rails fast.
You know what the what are those things that do the scratching for is that the Richter scale?
Oh, yeah.
I don't think that works for pitch, but it worked that time. Just
like a lie detector.
wait, yeah. That's what I'm talking about.
And that makes your heart go.
What is that called? What is the lie detector called? A something gram. Something.
Oh, it has a word.
It does. Most things do.
Thanks, Jake. Thank you. I really appreciate all of your observations.
But yes, we'll talk.
I don't have any observations. I have facts. They are objective.
Oh my god!
You want to do the media shout out?
Yes, I
Or
will.
is that too subjective for you?
Ooh. Hey everyone, thank you for listening. Please make sure to follow us on YouTube, on Spotify, on Stitcher, on Apple, on Google. Follow us on all your podcasting stuff, and like and subscribe and comment. If you disagree with us, tell us why, because I know a lot of us are wrong, except for me. Anyway, and
He has a weird definition of a lot of us.
Is there a word for that?
You too.
That's 2 words. You were saying.
And these guys are killing me. And like us on our socials
No, that's
as well.
COVID.
It's TikTok, Twitter, Instagram, @OffSlate. We have a good time.
Okay, thus ends the 36th installment of That Works, a DreamWorks podcast. We'll see you next time.
Bye.
He couldn't resist.
Don't worry, I'll cut it before he says that.
Oh, you're going to put it in the outtakes, aren't
Yep.
you?
It'll just be him. Bye.
He can't not be the last one talking.
I haven't done that the last couple.
But I've seen this little grimace on your face going. I sing a funny song, then the whole world will sing along.
Are we really
Tra-la-la.
That is not the movie. Don't confuse me. I don't necessarily. I'm not rolling yet.
We've done this 5 times before we start. We need a different song. Cheese. So you get what I mean? Valka has 3 points, which a couple of them, that's my phone, a couple of them don't even matter that much.
What alarm was that?
It's to stop recording.
I knew what alarm it was too. I just didn't know how you were going to bring that in.
Change it.
Yeah.
I wasn't paying. I was getting into it.
I didn't even look up from the computer and I don't know if I can do this.
Am I out of the shot?
You're out of the set.
Okay.
It's very hard. I can't just talk normal down here.
But you know what I mean?
I looked a minute. I can't hold it for 3, Jared.
Well, he's got to be faster.
I'm sorry, Dickey's too comical. I can't.
We're gonna. Don't look at him. Look away from him. Keep going. Reset. Jake.
He had that one too.
I know.
That's because I didn't look at you. I didn't even look past my nose.